Welcome, curious learners, to the deep dive. This is where we take, well, just a massive pile of sources, articles, research our own notes, and really boil it all down for you.
Yeah, we find the absolute must-know insights, the surprising facts, all tailored for you.
Exactly. Our mission is simple. We want to be your shortcut to getting properly well-informed, even on topics you maybe didn't expect to explore.
We're aiming for those aha moments,
Yeah.
the ones that make learning really stick, and hopefully have a bit of fun along the way.
We try. We want you to feel enlightened, not buried in information. Practical understanding, that's the goal.
Definitely. Clarity, depth, maybe a touch of humor if we can manage it.
Right. And today, we're diving into something a bit different, maybe unexpected for a pronunciation deep dive. We're talking about The Notebook.
Nicholas Sparks,
Yeah.
The romance, the tears.
I love that. But hold on, it's actually much more than just the love story today. We're going to use this really poignant, really well-known story as a kind of vehicle.
A vehicle for mastering British English pronunciation, specifically received pronunciation, or RP.
Precisely. It sounds a bit strange maybe, but it works surprisingly well. We'll guide you through key emotional scenes from the book, from the story.
And as we do that, we'll be dissecting the sounds, the rhythms, the musicality of RP, using those scenes as our grounding.
It's a bit of an experiment, this format, but we think it's a powerful way to learn, turning a story you might already love into a practical tool.
And to help bring it alive, we'll be stepping into character just a little.
Yeah, one of us will be the passionate Noah.
And the other, the vibrant ally. It's not just for fun, though.
No, it's so you can hear RP used in context, with emotion, how the sounds work in actual dialogue.
Our main goal here is for you, listening, to end up speaking with more clarity, more confidence, and, more authenticity in your RP.
So by the end, you won't just have revisited a classic story. You'll have a much deeper, practical grasp of RP.
You'll hear it better and hopefully reproduce it more accurately.
Okay, enough preamble. Let's unpack this. This is a fascinating link between a romance classic and, well, the sounds of spoken English. Where do we start?
We have to start at the beginning, right? That summer. Transport yourself back. It's 1940, Seabrook, North Carolina.
Yes. Hazy, hot, sun-drenched. You can almost smell the salt water.
Exactly. It's idyllic on the surface. But underneath, you've got the pretty rigid social structures of the American South at that time. Very much there.
And into this scene steps Allie Hamilton, 17, spirited, bright.
From a wealthy family, on holiday, her future's kind of already mapped out. Good family, expected to marry well.
Then there's Noah Calhoun.
Total contrast.
Yeah.
Local guy, works at the lumberyard. Hands-on, working class. Definitely from, as they say, the other side of the tracks.
And that phrase meant a lot back then. That social gap isn't just background noise. It's central to the initial conflict.
Absolutely. Class versus affection. Their worlds are poles apart. On paper, anyway.
But Noah doesn't really do on paper or conventional.
No, he doesn't. Their first meeting is at the local carnival.
Which is interesting, sociologically speaking.
Yeah.
A carnival is kind of a temporary free zone, isn't it?
A liminal space, yeah. The usual rules relax a bit. Different classes might actually rub shoulders.
Which allows for his approach. He spots Allie.
And decides asking politely just isn't dramatic enough.
Yeah.
He needs to make an impression. A big one.
It's completely mad, what he does. But it weirdly sums him up, doesn't it? That passion, that slight recklessness.
Totally. It kicks off the whole defining love affair of their lives.
So picture the scene. Noah sees Allie, as Noah, RP, bold, slightly breathless. Hey you, girl in the blue dress.
As Allie, RP voice narrating thoughts. I turned around. A bit annoyed, honestly, but also intrigued. Who was this guy? Leaning out of a Ferris wheel carriage, grinning like an idiot.
Huh. Idiot maybe, but a charming one.
As Allie. I gave him a smile, polite, but dismissive, I hoped, and turned back to my friends. Thought that was that. Wrong.
Because Noah is nothing if not persistent. A bit later, Allie and her friends are on the Ferris wheel, going up.
And just as we get near the top, clunk. The whole thing stops. We're stuck. High up. As Allie, RP, amused exasperation. Oh, honestly, don't tell me we're stuck. Just perfect.
As Noah, RP, voice carrying from above. Right, one more time. No escape now. Will you go out with me?
As Allie, RP, looking up. What? Who? Are you completely mad?
As Noah, RP, chuckling. It's me, the chap you ignored. So, that date. Offer still stands. Suspended animation offer.
As Allie, RP, disbelief mixing with laughter. You are insane. Get down. This is ridiculous. As Noah, RP, confident. Not till you say yes. I'm rather committed now, you see. Can do this all night. Quite comfy, actually.
As Allie, RP, losing composure, laughing properly now. Outrageous, hanging from a Ferris wheel. What were you thinking, you lunatic? You'll fall.
As Noah, RP, earnest conviction. I was thinking I had to ask you out, and I had a rather strong feeling you just say no normally. This felt more memorable. See? Hold it on tight. Perfectly safe.
As Allie, RP, laughing. Safe, you're stark, raving mad. Fine. Fine, you ridiculous man. I'll go out with you. Just stop, please. People are staring. As Noah, RP, triumphant. A yes. A definite yes. No takebacks.
As Allie, RP, yes. Yes. Now please, please get back in before someone calls the police. Or worse, your mother.
And there you have it. Daredevilry, charm, a conveniently stalled Ferris wheel, and the start of everything. Classic summer love.
What a scene. And okay, pronunciation time. This is where it gets really interesting. Let's dive into a cornerstone RP vowel sound, the des sound.
The des, this is a big one. It really marks the accent, doesn't it? Sets it apart from, say, general American or lots of Northern English accents.
Absolutely. So technically, it's a long, open back, unrounded vowel.
Okay, jargon alert. Let's break that down. Open back means?
Your jaw drops quite wide. Think, or opening your mouth for the doctor to say, ah.
Right, and your tongue is low and pulled back a bit.
Exactly. And unrounded just means your lips stay neutral, relaxed, not pursed or rounded like for an oo sound.
The key thing, though, is the length, isn't it? It's a long sound compared to the A in cat or trap. You hold it a bit, right?
Precisely. That length is crucial. So where do we find this sound? Spelling patterns are helpful here. You often get it with A before certain consonants fricatives like S, F.
Like pass, glass, staff.
Path, rather. All have that des sound in RP.
And also A before N plus another consonant?
Yes. Like dance, chance, plant, command, answer. That pattern is quite common.
And the obvious one, R.
The classic R. Cart, park, stark, party, hard. Very reliable for dus.
Okay. Any trickier ones?
Well, sometimes L, like in calm, half palm. The L is often silent there too, but the vowel is des.
Right.
And occasionally O, like in laugh or ant. Those can catch people out.
Good list. Knowing those patterns helps you spot it. Which brings us to the big divider.
The trap-bass split. This is absolutely vital for an authentic RP sound. It's a major difference between accents.
Explain that. The split between which sounds?
It's the difference between the short A vowel, the sound in trap or cat, and our long des vowel, the sound in bath or father.
And in RP, words like bath, path, glass, dance, ask, they use the long dus sound.
Correct. Whereas in most American accents and many Northern English accents, those same words use the short A sound, like bath rhyming with math in American English.
But in RP, bath uses the same vowel as father. But
exactly. Getting this distinction right is, well, it's massive. It immediately signals whether you're aiming for RP or not. It's a huge phonetic dividing line.
Okay, practical application time. Let's take words from that carnival scene. We'll say them, and you at home repeat after us. Really focus on that long open deck. Exaggerate slightly first. Ready? First word.
Carnival.
Pause for a listener.
Good. Next, Allie's reaction. Laugh. Relax the jaw. Pause.
Noah's bold move.
Ask. Feel the length. Pause. His charming admission, rather. Extend that vowel. Pause.
And the big one. The giveaway word often. Can't. Remember? Long dozen RP, not short A. Pause.
Now, minimal pairs. This really helps isolate the difference. We'll say the pair you repeat. Focus on contrasting the short A and the long des. First, cat, then cart.
Cat versus cat.
Then carp. Cat versus built cap, open wide for carp.
Cat versus shredded.
Then bark, back versus built.
Big
Jump.
difference, yeah.
Pass. Blood, say versus mess. Short versus long. Pause.
And the crucial one again. Can, short A, can versus can't. Long des joke. This contrast is key.
Pause. Then half. Hal versus can. Often no sound in half. Last pair. Chat. Really lengthened chart.
Excellent. You should really start to feel that difference in your mouth now. Okay, let's put them in sentences from the dialogue. Integrate the sound. Listen, then repeat. First, he asked for a dance, rather cheekily. Pause.
Noah's line. I had to ask you out. Feel the length of ask.
Pause. Allie's reaction. A laugh is breaking through. Remember laugh. Her exasperated line. Absolutely stark raving mad. Two strong toe sounds there. Stars, Melis, cos. And her playful refusal maybe. I can't possibly go out with you. Emphasize that long AN can't. Cause. Fantastic. Mastering this twice really is a huge step towards that RP sound. It might feel a bit dramatic at first, like you're overdoing it.
But it quickly becomes natural with practice, and it really does transform the sound. What's fascinating, beyond just the sound itself, is the sociolinguistics.
Right, how one vowel can signal so much. Accent, region, background.
The trap-bath split is a massive sociolinguistic marker. Getting it wrong for RP instantly flags you as maybe American or Northern English or perhaps less formal depending on context.
So mastering it isn't just about phonetics, it's about accessing a certain register, maybe perceived formality or standardness.
Exactly. It opens doors to how you're perceived in certain circles. It's that nuance that makes an accent sound truly authentic.
And yeah, we should acknowledge the story's set in the American South, but we're using RP for teaching. It's a conscious choice to focus on one accent model.
But the story itself really highlights those class dynamics in the 1940s South. Allie's wealthy family, Noah's working-class roots.
That stark contrast, it makes you think, doesn't it? How much our accents do reflect our background.
And conversely, how mastering a different accent, like RP, might change perceptions or open doors. It's a complex relationship between speech and social identity.
Even the carnival setting, that liminal space we mentioned, it allows the unlikely meeting precisely because the usual social barriers are temporarily down.
It's a subtle point about how context shapes interaction and language. Okay, so the summer ends.
All too soon. Allie's parents, not thrilled about Noah's background or the intensity of it all, whisk her away. End of summer, end of the affair, or so it seems.
It's heartbreaking for both, especially Noah. He's devastated, but he doesn't give up.
No, he starts writing. One letter. Every single day, for a whole year.
It's an incredible act of devotion, really. Speaks volumes about his character, that steadfastness.
But here's the tragic twist. Allie never gets them. Not one.
Her mother intercepts every single letter, hides them away. Wants Allie to have a proper future, presumably with someone of her own class.
So cruel. It means both Noah and Allie think the other just moved on. That the love wasn't returned. They're left alone with their grief.
It's such a powerful example of how outside forces, even supposedly well-intentioned ones, can just wreak havoc on people's lives and create these huge misunderstandings.
Yeah, absolutely devastating. Let's hear a bit from one of those letters.
Imagine Noah writing this, pouring his heart out. Listen for the sounds, particularly the R's or lack thereof.
Right.
As Noah, RP, voice full of longing, loss, but underlying love.
My dearest Allie, I couldn't sleep last night because I know deep in my heart that it's over between us now in this moment. But I'm not bitter, not truly, because I know that what we had that summer was real. It was real. And if in some distant place far in the future we see each other again, I'd smile and remember how we spent that glorious summer beneath the trees, learning from each other, falling in love. The best love, you see, awakens the soul, makes us reach for more, plants fire in our hearts and brings peace to our minds. That's what I hope to give you forever, no matter how far apart we are.
So powerful. And this letter is perfect for talking about another defining feature of RP, the non-rhotic R.
Right. Non-rhotic. Sounds technical, but the concept is simple.
It just means the R sound isn't pronounced if it's at the end of a word or if it comes before a consonant sound. It basically disappears.
So in that letter, words like summer.
Forever, heart, more, your. In RP, the R in those positions is silent. Let's try them. Repeat after us. Listen for the absence of the R. First, summer. No final arc. Pause.
Next, forever. So is that? The vowel just flows.
Colors. Just a long day sound we talked about earlier. Wow.
Oh, Mr. the horse guy. Extras. Again, silent R, unless...
Unless it's followed by a vowel sound in the next word.
Yeah.
This is where the magic happens.
Exactly. This is the linking R. So you have a word that ends in a silent R spelling, like your or far or car.
Mm-hmm.
If the next word starts with a vowel sound like eyes or away or is, then that silent R sound magically reappears.
It bridges the gap between the two words, makes it flow.
Precisely. It prevents that little stop or pause you might otherwise get. So your eyes becomes your... Where is our stars?
It's not optional, is it? It's just a natural part of connected RP speech. Gives it that smooth, melodic quality. Totally integral. Let's practice some phrases with linking R. Repeat after us. Feel that smooth connection. First, forever and ever. Schwerter ausstående every. Hear the R linking for and ever. Pause.
And more than enough. More's links to them.
How about? There is. Sounds like there. Soars over palms.
Yeah.
And this one. Better off. Shorgier. That are slides. Pause.
One more. Far away. So there's a rishri. The R connects them. Pause.
So understanding this non-rhotic R and the linking R is crucial, isn't it? Both for sounding natural and for understanding native speakers.
Absolutely. If you come from a rhotic background where R's are always pronounced, it's tricky to remember not to say the R sometimes and then to add it back in with the linking R.
It moves your speech from just saying words to creating that connected musical flow. Much easier for the listener, too, actually. Less choppy.
Exactly. It's more efficient. Okay, fast forward.
14 years. Wow. Time passes. Ellie is now engaged.
Chitulon Hammond Jr., wealthy lawyer, respectable, the kind of man her parents approve of. Her life seems set, predictable. But fate. Always fate in these stories. Throws a spanner in the works. Allie is reading this paper.
Sees an article. Beautifully restored old house.
Yeah.
And a picture of the man who restored it.
It's Noah. Her heart must have just stopped.
That past, buried for so long, just comes rushing back, undeniable.
So she has to go back, drawn back to Seabrook, can't ignore it.
And the reunion.
Oh.
It's fraught. So much unsaid. Years of silence, misunderstanding, different lives.
It's probably the scene, isn't it? The emotional peak for many people. The tension is incredible.
You can feel the weight of those 14 years, the longing, the hurt, the confusion, the desperate need for answers. As Allie, RP, voice trembling with hurt, confusion. Why? Why didn't you write to me, Noah? Why? It wasn't over for me. I waited. 7 years I waited. And now?
It's too late.
As Noah, RP, quiet intensity, controlled certainty, I wrote to you.
Yeah.
Every single day for a year.
As Allie, RP, shock whisper, disbelief.
You.
As Noah, RP, firm, emphatic, yes, 365 letters. I wrote you every day. It wasn't over, Allie. It still isn't over. Wow. Just iconic. Okay, pronunciation lens back on. What can we pull from that incredibly powerful scene?
Let's look at the diphthong. The sound in go, no, don't know, wrote. All key words there.
Right, a diphthong. Not one sound, but a glide between two, like a little vocal journey.
Exactly. For in, you start with your mouth pretty relaxed, kind of like the sound, the schwa.
Okay.
Then you glide towards an ear sound, like the ooh in book. As you glide, your lips gently round and your tongue pulls back slightly. It's smooth.
The mistake is making it too short, or just one flat sound, maybe.
Yes. Or not completing the glide fully. You need that full movement. Let's practice words from the scene. Repeat after me. Focus on the smooth glide. First, don't, did. Feel the lips round slightly.
Next. Play! It's a journey, not a single point. Pause.
Then say, that glide is everything.
Pause. Home. Complete the sound. Pause.
And Noah's key word, wrote. Demps. Ensure the full glide.
Great. Now, something maybe even more important for the emotion in that scene. Intonation.
Ah, yes, the music of the voice, the rise and fall of pitch. It's how we convey so much meaning beyond the words themselves. Emotion, questions, statements.
It really raises that question, doesn't it? How is meaning conveyed? It's not just the words. Allie's line is a perfect example. Why didn't you write to me?
Exactly. Say that with a falling tone at the end. Why didn't you write to me? Demonstrates falling tone. It sounds accusatory, like a statement of betrayal.
Right, but say the exact same words with a rising tone. Why didn't you write to me? Demonstrates rising tone.
Completely different feeling. Now it's a genuine question full of hurt and confusion, vulnerability.
The emotion shifts entirely just based on that pitch change. Amazing. Okay, let's try Noah's line. I wrote to you every day for a year. We need a falling tone here, right? For certainty.
Definitely. A strong, confident fall to show it's an undeniable truth. Repeat after me. Feel that downward pitch. I wrote to you every day for a year.
You really feel the difference intonation makes. It adds all these layers. Sincerity, anger, tenderness. It's the hidden language within the language.
It often is.
Yeah.
And one more quick connected speech point here. The intrusive R.
Ah, yes. Where an R sound pops in even though it's not in the spelling.
Right. Just to smooth the transition between two vowel sounds.
Yeah.
Like if Allie said, I saw it in the paper. There's no R in saw or it, but adding one makes it flow better than saw it.
Or the idea R.
Exactly. It's subtle, often unconscious for native RP speakers, but knowing it exists helps with both production and comprehension of natural, fast speech. Stops you getting tripped up by sounds that shouldn't be there.
Good point. Okay, so Allie makes her choice.
She chooses Noah. A life together. Deep connection, love navigating joy and sorrow. But the story jumps again.
To the present day frame, which is just incredibly poignant, elderly Noah reading their story.
From that faded notebook. Reading to elderly Allie, who has dementia.
It's his daily ritual, this act of hope, hoping the story, his voice, will bring her back to him just for a moment. Pure devotion.
And in these incredibly tender moments, the flow of speech, the rhythm, the connection between words becomes so important. It's not just about information. It's about intimacy, comfort.
This is where connected speech really shines, isn't it? How words blend naturally. As older Noah, RP, soft, patient, tender voice. And he'd read to her every day from that worn notebook, telling her their story. Life of joy and sorrow, a life of boundless love.
As older Allie, RP, faint, fragile voice, then sudden clarity. Read it. Read it to me.
As older Noah, RP, voice-catching, hopeful. I have my love, I've read it all, just for you.
As older Allie, RP, whisper, eyes clear. You are Noah.
As older Noah, RP, thick with emotion, pleading. Yes, my love, it's me, always me. Come back to me, just for a moment, come back.
It gets me every time. And you hear it there, don't you? Words flowing together, not isolated units. It's connected speech.
And two key things happen in connected speech. Assimilation.
Right. Where a sound at the end of a word changes slightly to become more like the sound at the start of the next word. For ease of speaking, like good boy, potentially sounding like good boy. The D becomes a B because of the following B. Your mouth doesn't have to work as hard.
Or did you? Becoming dade. The D and the J sound merging into D.
Exactly. It happens naturally, unconsciously, makes speech faster and smoother.
And the other one is elision.
Elision, where sounds get dropped altogether, usually in unstressed syllables or common phrases, again for efficiency.
The classic example is, I don't know, becoming, I don't know.
Yeah, or probably becoming probably, fifth becoming fifth, covered becoming covered, sandwich becoming sandwich.
It's crucial for understanding fast, natural speech. If you expect every single sound to be perfectly articulated, you'll miss things because native speakers often lead sounds.
Definitely a barrier if you're not aware of it. Okay, let's practice a few connected phrases from that final scene. Focus on smooth delivery, linking the words. Repeat after us. Read to her. Rissy Esker. Blend them. Pause.
Next. Come back to me. Come back to me. Feel the flow. Pause.
A bit of a miracle. Bet bass, somtonk. Try to make it one smooth phrase. Pause.
And in that scene, the stress and rhythm are everything, aren't they? Noah's gentle tone.
Absolutely. Stress isn't just volume in RP, it's pitch, length too. Important words get emphasis. When he says, come back to me, the stress on back carries so much weight, it's a plea for her memory to return.
And the overall rhythm is calm, reassuring, reflecting that deep, unconditional love. It shows how sound itself conveys profound emotion.
Beautifully put. Language and emotion totally intertwine.
So that brings us towards the end of our deep dive. What a journey through the notebook, through RP pronunciation.
It really has been fascinating. We've covered quite a lot, starting with that foundational dis sound.
And the crucial trap-bath split, that real RP fingerprint.
Then the non-rhotic R and his partner, the linking R, creating that smooth flowing connection.
We hit the real diphthong, getting that glide right, and the huge impact of intonation for emotion, plus that little intrusive R.
And finally, the whole world of connected speech assimilation, where sounds change and elision where they disappear, understanding how natural speech really works.
So the big takeaway for you, listening, put this into practice. Actively apply it.
Yes. Next time you watch The Notebook or any British film or show, really listen for these features. You'll hear them everywhere now.
And try some active practice. Record yourself. Read some dialogue. Compare it to us or the actors. It's so revealing.
Or craft your own sentences using these sounds. Make it creative. And shadowing is brilliant. Speak along in real time with RP speakers. Match the rhythm, the tune.
Don't aim for perfection straight away. Just get used to the flow. So the question for you is, how will you bring this new awareness into your own listening, your own speaking?
How will you make it work for you? For one last practice phrase, capturing the heart of the story, repeat this after us. Their love was a summer romance, but it lasted forever.
Pause. And maybe a final thought to leave you with, something to ponder.
Consider how the subtle sounds of our words, the way we shape them, the music we give them, how that doesn't just change what we say, but how deeply we connect, how much emotion we convey, and maybe, just maybe, how enduring a story or a love can become.
It really is a reminder, isn't it? Language isn't just words, it's alive, like the love in the notebook.
Exactly. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive.
Yes, thank you. Until next time, keep listening, keep learning.
And keep practicing.